What's going on, my Z Ninjas? Today we are going to be reviewing the s.h.figuarts Krillin, Earth's Strongest Man. I got this at Disc Replay for only $40. That's a steal, because on Big Bad Toy Store he's like $56 plus shipping. And I just saw him at Disc Replay. So here's the front of the box with him doing Solar Flare, Funimation, boarding ages 15 and up. Toy Animation, Dragon Ball Z, Tamashii Nations, and Bandai to show, and here's the Tamashii Nations quality sticker to show that this is a real deal. Here's the side of the box with Krillin, Earth's Strongest Man. And here's the side of the box with some promo images. Here's the top. Here's the bottom with another picture of Krillin. And here's the back of the box where you could get him into some poses with his accessories. Now let's unbox him. Ooh. And here is Krillin out of the packaging, and he looks pretty good. Let me get rid of this plastic that's around his waist. So for details, let's go over the details quickly. He's got the 6 dots on his head. His eyes look accurate, because I don't know if you guys remember, but the original Krillin that came out years and years ago, they had white in his eyes, which was not accurate, but here his eyes do look accurate. Nice sculpting on the ears. Nice little undershirt. You could see the little kanji there on his unit, on his gi. Nice sculpt throughout his shirt, and the other kanji in the back. Very nice. Nice sculpted muscles. Little articulation on his tiny belt. Very nice. And there's the bagginess of his pants, and then the bottom of his shoes. Just some treads. It's like kind of like a Goku body, but smaller. But it's got a lot of nice detail for being such a small, tiny figure. And it does look really nice. So let's go. We already covered the details, which wasn't much because he is small. Now let's go over the accessories. So first he comes with a stern face and some fists right out of the box. Next he comes with an angry teeth grip his face while looking off to the side. And his head in the box comes on these things, so they won't roll around the box. And the way you switch his head is simple. You just pop the head off, and there's this giant peg, and it's kind of like Jiren's head peg, and you just plug this in. And there you go, you could switch his head as simple as that. I wish they would do this for future bald figures, like a future Piccolo or a future Frieza figure. Instead of the little bald peg for bald characters, use this, which I think is so much more effective. Next we got a yelling, screaming face for yelling or powering up or showing Kamehameha or a destructive disc. We'll get into that later. And we got one of the faces that I think fits Krillin the most, this scared face. Like when he tries to fight someone, but they don't attack, they don't react to his attack, so he's like, oh, I might actually die. Or when he realized that Frieza wasn't dead. Well, you know. And for hands, we get a pair of blasting hands. Very nice. We get a pair of martial arts stance hands. We got a pair of Kamehameha hands. Next we got a pair of instant transmission or solar flare hand for Krillin solar flare hands. And we got another pair of blast hands, but they have a hole in them. As you can see, he has a hole in his hand. Why? Oh wait, before that, we also get a hand with a bag, and what's in the bag? I think we all know it's senzu beans. A senzu bean bag hand, which I think fits Krillin perfectly. And the reason why his hand has a peg is so you can plug in the Destructo disc, and this thing looks amazing. So you just take one of the hands, plug it in, focus. So you just take one of the hands with the peg hole, peg it in, and there you go. You got him holding the Destructo disc. He comes with quite a bit of accessories, and I think that's pretty cool. Now let's move on to his articulation. So for articulation, he could look up a pretty alright amount. He could look down. He could look side to side. Move his head side to side. 360, no problem. And his head will not fall off because of that great peg that's in his head. I think that's genius designing. His arms he could T-pose very nicely. He has shoulder swivel. He has bicep swivel. He has double jointed elbows. He has wrist swivel and wrist hinge. Tiny, but it's there. He's got a little swivel on his belt. He could ab crunch forward a little bit. He could kind of ab crunch back, not really. He could kick forward this much. He can kick back not very much. He could do the splits, like full blown splits. That's pretty cool. Double jointed knees. Very nice. Ankle rocker. Very little bit, but it's there. Ankle pivot. And of course, toe hinge. Overall, I think this is a pretty good figure for it being so small. It's got packed with accessories. Now let's move on to final thoughts. Overall, I give this figure probably an easy 9 out of 10. The only complaints I got is the leg articulation isn't that good, but for a small figure, I think it's alright. So 9.5 out of 10. It's a great figure, reasonably priced, and it looks like a lot of fun, and I'm going to have fun posing it in the near future. Hope you guys like this video. Hit the like, comment down below what you think, and subscribe to the channel if you hadn't already. And I'll see you guys next time.